Yo, what's up, boys and girls, Swolelax here, and I'm back at again in the video. This time, something a little bit different. Welcome to today's discussion video, where we're going to be talking about the evil heroes. So, in doing some research on Blazeman, I kind of was going down this rabbit hole of what other hero cards are people playing inside their decks that they shouldn't be playing, and that brought me to Infernal Prodigy. So the thing with this card is that it's not necessarily a bad tech option, and the more and more I started thinking about it, and the more I started kind of testing it and playing with it a little bit, I noticed how it's not a bad inclusion inside of the hero deck or hero archetype by any means. There are some small limitations to it that I don't necessarily think warrant playing it, but if you want to play it, it's perfectly fine. However, that led me down the rabbit hole of evil heroes, and the evil heroes kind of suck. Now, I know there are a lot of decks like the Dark Gaia Turbo and certain other builds of evil heroes that kind of function well, but unfortunately, they just don't do it. Evil heroes are kind of strange because though they do have synergy together, they kind of suck overall. Evil hero, Infernal Prodigy, Infernal Gainer, and then you have Malicious Edge. So these cards are cool because they're modeled after the anti-heroes like Hellboy and Witchblade and other kind of cool, dark, edgy things like that. And the fusion monsters themselves are also variants on the Elemental Fusion archetype and kind of like the dark, evil versions of them, which is kind of neat, and some of them actually have some pretty cool effects. While its Cyclone of them is probably one of the best, in fact it's one of the coolest looking, and it has a Utopia the Lightning effect to it, plus if it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, then you can destroy all their set spells and traps, which is kind of neat. But overall, they're not necessarily bad cards, because they're kind of cool, but they're just, in a word, inconsistent. The only way to summon out your fusion guys, which is primarily your main objective, is by using Dark Calling or Dark Fusion, which those two cards are not searchable. Plenty of cards inside of the Elemental Hero archetype or even the Mass Hero archetype can search out Polymerization and get things to your hand and use those to summon your bigger, badder dudes. But evil heroes are special. They had to be special. They have a shtick to them that makes them evil, and that weighs them down heavily. So in addition to having these specific non-searchable fusion requirements, it also relies on the Elemental Hero engine. So the second thing wrong with the evil heroes is that they rely on the Elemental Hero engine to get their fusions out and to kind of boost their consistency a little bit. But the problem is that the Elemental Hero support cards don't transfer over into the evil heroes. But at that point, what you're doing is playing a mishmash of hero decks, and the best, most consistent variant of that is kind of the Mass Hero, Elemental Hero mix we've been seeing recently. What I'm trying to get at is that the evil heroes kind of suffer from a weird identity crisis. The problem with relying on the Elemental Hero archetype or even the new support that has come out for heroes recently is that these cards don't necessarily groove with those other ones. At least with the Elemental Heroes, you have ways to search Polymerization. You can use Polymerization like any other regular fusion deck. To top that off, you can't search any of the evil hero monsters. You have to use the Elemental Hero monsters, and at that point, you should just be using the Elemental Hero deck if you want to play Elemental Hero cards. Even with the new hero support, evil heroes aren't great at all. Unlike the other fusion archetypes that do have reliable search, and they also have better ways of getting out monsters, in addition to that, they're also just stronger. The lack of power inside the evil heroes is an issue and a problem. That being said, some of the evil heroes do have really good effects comparatively to their Elemental Hero counterparts. Other than just a few cards, the evil hero archetype overall is kind of underwhelming. But in conclusion, the deck itself is just inconsistent, has a lack of power, lack of support, and it doesn't mesh well or play well with others. Go figure for the evil heroes. Anyways, that's all I gotta say about it. Do you guys like the evil heroes? Do you think they're cool, or do you think they're just a bunch of edgelord trash? Let me know in the comment section down below, and if you like this video, make sure to leave it a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. I've got a lot more videos coming down the pipeline, so keep an eye out for them if you guys want that. But that's all I gotta say about it. I will see you guys later. Peace out.